All right, hello everybody. It is March the 28th, I believe, Palm Sunday, yeah, March 28th. And anyway, I got a lot of cool new gadgets and not enough places to put them. But I thought I'm gonna try to do a video on my cool new gadgets that hadn't been done before, and answer questions that I have after scouring YouTube. First of all, I want to say thank you to Curly on scducks.com. I went out. I've got a buddy, my brother from another mother. Truly, he's a brother to me that lives up in the mountains of South Carolina. That has everything he needs, but doesn't exactly have the coin to go out and buy a bunch of stuff that we take for granted. And that's the way he chooses, and that's great. But I've been fortunate enough to live vicariously through him. He's kind of like one of the when you watch these Alaska shows, Life Below Zero, he's that guy for real though. Without a camera crew chasing him around, he and his wife, just awesome. And I kind of live vicariously through him. He was my college roommate and childhood friend, dear friend, best friend, great guy. And so anyway, I kind of got him hooked on turkey hunting, and he's got him a 410 that his granddad gave him, or his dad gave him from his granddad. It was a family gun, modified choke, single shot, that probably ain't gonna do in the turkey woods. And so I'm going to be visiting him soon. I thought, you know what, he likes 410s, so I'm gonna hook him up because I can do that. So anyway, I went out and purchased a Rossi Tuffy Turkey for him. It's really cool. Got a little place you put your shells. Put a Vortex Viper on there. Pretty no nonsense little red dot. And looking forward to getting to pattern this thing with some TSS shot. Well, I bought this. I bought one. I went ahead and bought two. The two that they had. It's hard to find any 410 turkey guns, especially the Savage. So I bought both of them because my wife is hooked on turkey hunting after last year and nearly sealing the deal on a gobbler that busted us when I think he saw the reflection off of my camera. So anyway, she's ready. She's got a little score to settle with the turkeys this year, and so I figured having that 410 would be cool for me, be cool for her, be cool for my two boys, because it kicks a little less than that 28 gauge. They're not quite ready for the 28 yet, and that thing's got an adjustable stock. It's really cool. If you haven't seen this, but that little piece right there, you see the molding on it. That middle piece, about 2.5 inches, maybe 2 inches, 3 inches, comes out, and the butt plate goes back on. Really simple, to shorten the gun, length pull for kids. And so look forward to getting them out there and killing a turkey. But I bought it kind of understanding that it was going to be hard to find ammo, because any ammo is hard to find right now. And I knew the 410 TSS is going to be hard to find. I did not realize it was going to be as hard to find as I ran into. I checked everywhere I could online. I followed every lead online, and everything's out of stock. The Apex is what I wanted, and because it seemed to pattern the best out of every gun that I've seen on YouTube. It just seems to be the better ammo out there, the best TSS that's commercially available, I guess. And so I found finally a place in Ohio that had some Browning and Federal 410 TSS in stock, and I was going to call them tomorrow and see if I could buy them and have them put it back. They were online dealer, but they've stopped selling online, probably because people panic buying them all up, and they thought that was BS. And so you can only do in-store pickup. So I was pretty psyched that I found that, and hopeful. Let's go pick some up on the way to South Carolina here in 2 weeks to go see my buddy and turkey hunt with him. and give him his gun, surprise him with this new gun. And anyway, still a little worried about it. And so I went on SC Ducks, great website, the best website for outdoorsmen and crotchety old farts. Tooth. Anyway, so went on there and asked if anybody had any for sale, wanted to buy. And Curly told me that Clothing World near Camden had some last time he checked. I called in there and they had some, and it was the Apex, and 10 rounds a box for $54 or $5.40 a shell, which is less than what I've been finding online. Well, I mean, what I've been finding online, I've seen the prices, but they're out of stock. So I jumped on all of those and bought them out. Sorry, guys. And so now I'm set. I'm good to go for turkey season. My buddy's going to be able to shoot his new gun. My kids, my wife, going to be able to shoot that. Looking forward to whacking a turkey with that. But that's not the only thing. So I decided, since I wanted to film my hunts, and I really sucked at it last year, and it cost me a bunch of turkeys, and because they always came out on the wrong side of the tripod, or they caught me moving, or they caught the glare off the camera. And Sandhill Cranes, I took it and got some great action of us shooting up and into the sky and no birds falling on camera. I decided the best thing I could do was just to double down and buy a better camera. Like that was going to fix it. But I had the itch and wanted to be able to actually record some good stuff. So I was going to go with a camera that was not nearly as expensive as this one. It was the version of this that was not 4K, but you couldn't find them anywhere, and I think they're going to be discontinued. So I ended up buying this one, and it's the Sony NX 80. I think it's NX 80, 4K. So you can record in 4K. From what I understand, you can edit it in a 1080p timeline and be able to really zoom in on what you want in the picture and it not lose resolution. So I could really zoom out in 4K to make sure I don't miss getting kills on camera, and still be able to come in and post editing and focus in on it. And so, you know, once you start down this rabbit hole, if you're like me, once you start down this rabbit hole, you're screwed. I was like, okay, well, I need a shotgun mic. So I can get me a cheap shotgun mic. And then when I was looking at shotgun mics, I was like, yeah, the cheapest thing I want to get is a good one. So I got this Rogue video cam mic plus Pro plus something. Anyway, it's a good mic. And went ahead and bought 4 extra batteries. It came with a battery, 5, and it also came with another extra aftermarket battery that wasn't Sony in this package that I bought. It came with a bunch of stuff I don't even understand. So I'm gonna have 6 batteries, which should get me through a day, hopefully, or 2, and not have the battery dying issue that I had with my other camera. Because these things don't last long, especially when it's cold. So I started reading through I like things to be intuitive and just work. And I'm sure this thing's going to just work. Intuitive, I'm not so sure about, but I got this about 2 weeks ago. It came, thank you, Mr. Amazon. And I got this to go through 4 other just very intimidating looking manuals explaining things I don't understand so far. So kind of freaked out, kind of intimidated by it, but I'm set up. I'm gonna figure it out. It's a good camera, good microphone. So I have good audio, and I had this tripod bought a decent tripod to use my camera, my iPhone camera on for shooting over the shoulder when I'm shooting arrows out of my self bows to try to see the slow-mo flight of the arrows. And it worked real well, but this is also, it's going to be a good tripod for turkey hunting. The one I had last year just sucked. Everything I had last year sucked. And I got this cool VariZoom little controller, remote controller, so that I can limit my motion. I can control the zoom and should be able to control manual and autofocus on here as well, which is going to be huge, especially turkey hunting, trying to stay focused on a turkey as it walks around through the brush. Back east won't be a big deal. Here it's wide open. Get it on the turkey, that's fine. But this camera's supposed to have just like the best, most incredible autofocus capabilities out there. 1-inch sensor, so it's supposedly really good in low light. The guys on the Hunting Public use that camera, and they get some great footage. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's just a whole bunch I'm going to need to learn about it. And what I'm going to try to do is learn this camera and make a video on the ideal settings for different conditions hunting or filming outside. I'm going to do some flint knapping filming. I'm going to do some bow building filming. I'm going to do some bow arrow building and shooting and tuning videos. And once I figure this thing out, I'm going to do you remember Cliff Notes? They still have Cliff Notes anymore? I don't think that schools make kids read anything anymore. I think they just indoctrinate them with insanity. And, everything else is racist or offensive to somebody. So, are there any books that kids can read anymore? If you can't read Dr. Seuss, you ain't reading Huck Finn. Shakespeare's out. So I really don't know. But they used to have these things called Cliff Notes. It's really cool. And it made people were able to read it and get the gist of a book enough to make them think that they could pass a test because they screwed off and didn't read the book or study. And it only got you a D or a C at best. But still, I'm going to do a Cliff's Note version of the functions of this camera, the microphone, the VariZoom, and for hunting applications. And I'm going to do it where it'll be better than making a C or D. It's going to get you a B or an A on it because there's so many functions. This thing is just insane. You could film a damn movie, a big screen movie on this camera. So that's that. And I'm just going to have to get on making some of these videos. I'm going to pan up there. Looking forward to when my taxidermist buddy is going to stick that on top of my deer and give it back to me. All right. Stay tuned. I'm going to be bringing you some turkey hunting videos here soon, some traveling across the country videos here soon, some morel mushroom hunting videos along the way, some ramp digging videos. If you don't know what ramps are, you will soon. And yeah, they're going to be in some fishing. We're going to do some fishing. I'm going to cut some Osage orange and do a lot of turkey hunting over the next month on my trip across the country and back. And hopefully I have a lot of dead animals die. A lot of animals die in frame, but if not, there'll be some good quality comedy. Yeah, a comedy of errors that will be entertaining at least. Take care.